Welcome to a new deep dive. Ever felt like technology just doesn't quite get you? Or maybe worried about automation, pushing people aside. Today, we're diving into something really fundamental, how new tech is being designed with us in mind, not just thrown at us, our mission. To unpack how these pioneering systems are built to work safely, efficiently, basically hand in hand with humans.
Yeah, and for this deep dive, we're drawing on some really interesting insights. They come from a paper presented just recently, actually, at the ICIHFE 2024 conference in Lisbon. That's the International Conference on Industrial and Human Factors Engineering. It gives a great snapshot of how European projects are tackling this exact challenge.
Okay, so let's break this down. We're seeing rapid development in cutting-edge tech, right? AI, smart sensors, robotics, and even cobotics. Those collaborative robots meant to work right alongside people.
Absolutely. And all this tech demands something critical, integrating human factors.
Right. It's not just a nice to have. It seems essential for optimizing the whole system, the processes, and crucially, creating safe, accident-free workplaces. This whole idea, this approach, is called human factors integration, HFI.
And what's fascinating, or maybe challenging, is that HFI consistently seems to be tricky for organizations to actually apply day to day. Sounds straightforward, but weaving humans seamlessly into these complex tech loops, that's the hard part. It's not just building it.
And that's precisely the challenge tackled by two specific European Horizon projects we're looking at today, AGILEHAND and FORTIS. Both are grounded in developing tech for Industry 4.0 and 5.0, basically the smart, human-centric factories of now and the near future. But they approach HFI quite differently.
Right. Take AGILEHAND. Their goal is advanced tech for handling tricky things, like sorting and packing soft, deformable products, think food or textiles. Their approach to HFI is mainly empirical, sort of learning by doing.
Empirical, so like based on observation and experience.
Exactly. They compare current work setups with proposed future ones, look at best practices, and focus on improving safety, mostly through management and procedures. They identify risks by talking to people, interviews, questionnaires, plus literature reviews, case studies. Then they compile it all in this handbook. It's called Strategies for Worker Skills Development, Health and Safety, Communication, and Engagement.
Okay, so that's AGILEHAND, learning and adapting based on practice. But FORTIS, now this sounds like where things get really interesting. They focus on a comprehensive human-robot interaction solution, HRI. What's the core difference in their HFI strategy?
Well, FORTIS applies HFI throughout the entire project. It's not an add-on, it's foundational. A really human-centric approach from the get-go. This means understanding human behavior, how people actually work and perceive things, and making sure there's good contextual information flow between humans and robots. It's baked in.
Baked in, so less reactive, more proactive.
Precisely. Their intervention is holistic. It merges the technology with the physical and social context. It's based on this idea of a total safety culture. They use continuous monitoring, focusing on catching risks early, ideally eliminating or mitigating them before they become problems. And they ensure everything aligns with EU safety and privacy rules through safety by design.
Safety by design, so building safety in from the start rather than adding guards later.
Exactly that. They use tools like questionnaires, site visits, detailed risk assessments during the design and development phase, tracking progress carefully. Their findings and methods are captured in their deliverable titled Human Safety and Privacy Measures. It's a very structured, preventative approach.
So you can really see the contrast. Both projects are funded by the EU's Horizon program, both aiming for better human-tech interaction in industry. But AGILEHAND refines safety through adaptation and observation, while FORTIS is really pioneering this deep safety by design, almost a philosophical shift for HRI.
Yeah, it's a great illustration of different paths to the same goal. One is mastering adaptation. The other is embedding safety right from the concept stage.
So what does this all mean for you listening?
Well, I think it means that even as technology advances incredibly quickly, there are very dedicated, serious efforts underway to make sure the human element isn't just an afterthought. It's becoming central to the design process itself. And that ultimately leads to safer, more optimized, and hopefully more intuitive ways of working with technology.
Absolutely. This deep dive really highlights that human factors integration, HFI, isn't just some academic theory. It's actively being engineered into our future.
And that does raise a pretty important question, doesn't it? How might these human-centric principles, which are being honed in these industrial settings, how might they eventually filter down and shape the everyday technologies we all use? Our phones, smart homes, maybe even cars. Could they become genuinely more intuitive, safer, truly integrate into the fabric of our lives because of work like this.
That's definitely something to think about until our next deep dive.